Hello, everyone. Today I'm talking to our cover star, Klara Kristin. Hello, Klara.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Klara is Danish, but she has been living in France, in Paris, I imagine, for the past few years. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Actually, I've been living here on and off since 12 years.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Clara is not only model, she is also a singer. She's an actress. Maybe Clara, you can introduce yourself a bit.
Yeah, I know that many people know me as an actress, but actually lately I found out that I'm not that motivated about acting. I think I acted in Gaspara Noé's movie Love in 2015 because I was in love with the whole concept of the film. Not so much because of me wanting to be an actress, but more because I found the project very artistically interesting and the aesthetics. And me and Gaspar Noé actually um, came along really well because he could feel that I really understood like the more artistic perspective in this movie. And I decided to put my ego completely aside for this project and just do it because I thought the world needs a movie like this.
I think I totally understand. I don't want to say growing up, but when you start to proceed with different careers, you try different things, and in a moment, I agree it's better to step away from something that is not so fulfilling to you. So I totally understand that you wanted to try something that you maybe didn't fully try before, and you found out that it's not so much what you really want to do.
Well, yeah, I wanted to do this movie, but I did not do it because I wanted to be an actress. I
Yes,
wanted to
yes.
do it because I really love art and I thought this movie was like something we have never seen before and it's something I wanted to help to bring to life.
Yeah, I imagine
And
you were very passionate about the scenario when you read it.
yeah, and also the images that he creates. I'm a very visual person. I come from like an art family, and art have always been a part of my upbringing. So for me, I was I was very attracted by the images that he wanted to create because I think it's beautiful to also see the body as a sculpture, sex as something that we all can relate to, and it's not like something that necessarily have to be seen in the porn or something, but have to be experienced in a much more beautiful way. I don't know if it makes sense
Mm-hmm.
what I'm
I
saying.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you when did start your modeling career? Did it start before your acting career, or
No, it
was it
started after.
after?
And
Okay.
many people thought that I was a model who was asked to do this movie,
Ah,
but
okay.
not at all. I was like doing, I don't remember what I was doing. I just lived in Morocco actually, and I wanted to go back to open a luxury hammam. Pretty crazy idea.
So you started your modeling career in Morocco.
No, not at all. No, no, no. I was like, I went to Morocco because I wanted to open a luxury hammam,
Ah,
and
okay.
then I wanted money to start this project. So I went to Paris, and I got a job for a painter. So I
Mm-hmm.
was a painting assistant, painting
Mm-hmm.
paintings. And yeah, and then one night I was like tired, I was like kind of bored and I wanted to go out and have fun. And yeah, I met Gaspar and he was like, oh, do you want to be in this movie? And I was like, yeah, why not?
So that's how things happen in Paris. You just meet people, you talk to
Yeah,
each other.
all my life has been as a bit like that. I'm not so planned. Every time I try to plan stuff, it doesn't go well.
Okay.
No, that's not true. Now I'm more adult, but before I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
I'm wondering, what does a painting assistant do?
A painting assistant. Basically I painted her paintings and she sold them.
Okay, that sounds a bit like I don't know, like 16th century.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she gave you, I imagine it was her, the painter?
Yeah, it was her.
It was her, so she gave you some coordinates, how
she
to
just
paint?
she started to draw some I don't know how to say in English. Like she just like with a pencil, she just like very fast, and I just have to fill it out. It was very graphic. But then after like a while, she started to say like, "Oh, Klara, why don't you just invent the squares yourself?" And I was like, "What?"
So your work started to be more interesting than your master's work?
No, I don't think so. I just thought like she wanted my input. Or, I don't know. She was busy. I don't know. She was doing, like she was a huge artist. She did like so many projects. Yeah.
Okay. So for Vogue Czechoslovakia, the July and August issue, you arrived to Prague for how many? Like, was it 10 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, 10, 12 hours. You arrived, you got your makeup, hair done, and we shot the whole night basically, and then in the morning you ran to the airport. It was quite busy. I think you had some other shoot right after it, so you didn't.
Yeah, that
really
was like
sleep.
a super intense 24 hours for me. Two shootings in 24 hours in 2 different countries. I don't know how I made it, but yeah.
But the photo shoot was happening in the night. It was end of May. It was still super cold. I think you remember that.
Yes, I do.
I still feel so sorry for you.
But I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. But it was very cold.
You weren't sick afterwards?
No, I was not sick, but I ate a lot of like vitamins and stuff to reinforce myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the photo shoot was kind of fun anyway, right?
Yeah, it was really cool. I really liked it was very, very great for me that the photographer, he wanted me to be very still. Like he didn't wanted a lot of crazy movement all the time. He just like he found his frame, and he was very much focusing also on the set design, or what you call like the surroundings, which made my job more easy because I could just be myself and present, which I find very beautiful.
Was it your first time in Prague?
Yes, it was. Wait. No, I was there when I was younger, but I don't remember very well because I was really young.
Okay. I don't assume you remember that much from this time too.
Yeah, no, but I was surprised how beautiful your city is, and I really
in
wanted
the night.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's also beautiful in the daytime. You just told me that there is more tourists during the day, which can be less beautiful. Tourists are not always that beautiful. Tourists can be, yeah, but yeah, so it was very beautiful to see those buildings and historical monuments you had. Like, it's very nice.
Well, also it still is a specific time when there is not so many tourists. Our current issue is about night, is about black color, is also a bit about stars, planets. Do you have any specific? It's also about dreaming. Do you have any specific relationship with all these topics? Maybe do you ever have problems sleeping? Do you have some super interesting dreams? Maybe.
Yes, to most of it. Actually, I have like a old typewriter next to my bed that I use to write down my dreams.
Oh, nice. That's super interesting.
Yeah, because I draw a lot of inspiration from my dreams, and it gives me also a lot of insight in myself. And sometimes my dreams actually tells me the answers. to my life situation. So I'm actually listening very carefully to my dreams, and also I got some easy tools to analyze them better instead of like thinking too much about a certain person that was in the dream or a certain thing, or I don't know, something. I'm more, when I wake up and I think about my dream, I try to listen very carefully to the feeling that I'm getting when I'm thinking about the dream, more than
Yes, I know that.
necessary. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like
Instead of,
you dream of someone, and all of a sudden you tend to like him or hate him for no specific reason.
yes, yeah, and what I'm doing then is like what's happening when what's happening in my feelings in the moment that when I'm thinking about this episode in the dream, this moment in the dream, what kind of feeling, and then I'm from there I'm trying to be like, oh, but this feeling is like that, maybe it means this, na. So yeah, so that's my answer for like dreams, I would say.
I imagine you're also quite intuitive person.
Yes, very. I'm living my life after my intuition, my gut feeling.
I imagine a lot is happening. You met Gaspar, I imagine, in the night in Paris.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I met him at 3 a.m. or something like that.
Okay.
He's mostly awake in the night, I would say.
Okay, so that's when it's all happening, 3 a.m. in Paris.
Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting because, like, is it really where it's all happening? Because I also believe that there is so many events building up to a certain moment to happen. So yeah, but this is how you see, this is how you assume life. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, like for example in my song, just to give you an example, what I'm trying to explain is like, for example, when I write a song, it's like happening in like 2 hours, you know, the song is written. But was the song really written in those 2 hours? No, I don't think so. The song was like written months before. Sometimes it's like building, you know, slowly up in my mind, like without even knowing, or yeah, being aware of the fact that I'm actually on the way to create something that will all manifest itself in the moment where I write it down. But it's not the moment where it's happening. It was actually like a long process of before.
Okay, and also, when or for how long have you been singing, or how did this idea come up?
Idea, it was not really an idea, like, oh,
You just start singing, right?
I mean, like, it's just something I always been doing. Like, for example, that's also why I know that I'm not like an actress. I mean, like, and it's not my big passion, because like I never acted like that. I always danced and sing and play instruments. That's like all I've been doing since I remember. Like even in the kindergarten when I was 2 years old, I was like singing in front of everybody. I did a show.
So you're a very show off. You were a very show off kid.
I don't know if I was show off. I'm very can also be very very introvert, but I love singing and I love dancing. It's almost like I'm liberated when I'm doing that.
So all that was before your acting career, before your modeling career.
Since I'm 2 years old, I've been dancing, singing, and playing instrument. Yeah.
Okay, I was listening to your last album, and it's very. I think it's specific, but it's very nice to listen to. Like it gives a very French vibes, obviously because you're speaking French, but also the nature of the music is very française. When did you decide, or why did you decide to start singing in French?
Actually, it was because I wanted to learn French. So the most easy way for me to learn was to learn French songs. And then one day, I don't know why, I put up a video with me singing a French song on my Instagram. And the week after, I got contacted by two different producers, Danish producers. One who proposed me to do a pop song with him in English that he composed. And then another producer contacted me and he asked if he could produce an entire album for me with only French songs. And I googled their work, and the producer who wanted to do like an entire album with only French cover songs, his music was really talking to me because he comes from a jazz background. So I said to him, I would love to do that. And then we started to work on it. And 1.5 years after, I released the album.
Great. So I imagine you are good in languages too, probably. Or how long did it take you to learn French that well? Because you really speak very well French. You sing well in French.
Yeah, I think it's always been a dream for me to speak French. But I know that it seems like impressive that I learned it so fast, but like there is also like another side that I might have to like reveal, because is that my mom actually speaks fluently French.
Oh, okay.
Because my grandparents moved to Paris in the 60s. They're Danes, 100%
Oh,
Danes.
okay.
They moved to Paris in the 60s. Had a crazy, youth party time, jazz, art, They got 5 children. One of them was my mother. So she's born in France and raised in France. But for me, it was really a goal to learn to speak French. And so I started to study at Sorbonne in Paris. And I just studied every day for 8 hours, sometimes 10. And
wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I imagine after 8 or 10 hours a day, you learn quickly.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we could speak a bit about your modeling career.
Yeah, sure.
What would you consider your highlights or the most interesting moments, or what are you particularly proud of?
Yeah, I had like quite a few moments that I think is worth to mention. Like first of all, like I came into the modeling industry because I was in Cannes with the film Love, and I had no clothes at all. I was a very poor artist at that moment, so I could not even afford like a new pair of shoes, and I was like all stressing out. And my ex at that time, he knew a modeling agent, and he was like, he got the idea of like contacting like a modeling agency like him to ask if he could reach out to some brands that could like lend me some clothes. And then the agent made a presentation video of me and sent it out to like all the clients, Prada, Chanel, and also like all of them. And then Hediho Slimana from Saint Laurent, he was the only one coming back to the agent, but thankfully it was very positive. He was like, I love Klara, I want to dress her, and I also want to offer her a campaign, worldwide campaign, and an exclusivity contract. So that was pretty awesome.
I imagine that must have sounded at that point like a dream to you.
Yeah, but I didn't know anything about fashion industry. I didn't know what I got. Like I remember I actually said no because I thought he didn't pay enough. I was like, am I going, like I was like completely like, now I would totally say yes right away because I know like how powerful and beautiful this brand is, like. Yes. But at that point I had no clue. I was just like an art girl, from a very extreme like left wing, like super like not into advertising. For me fashion was like superficial,
bad thing.
Like a bad thing. So he proposed me like some money. I was like, what? No, I would never do that. So but then luckily they came back with like 3 times as much, and we did the contract, and I was very happy. And the thing is, when he got fired from Saint Laurent, I lost my contract, and at that point I got so sad because now I really got used to the fact that I could come at Saint Laurent in Paris and like I got invited to dinners, and I could be dressed in Saint Laurent, like beautiful dresses. I was like, it was amazing, and suddenly like I lost it. It's so funny how.
That sounds that you got spoiled very quickly.
Yeah, very, very quickly. So it's just funny how you can be like, as to begin with, like couldn't care less, and then suddenly like, wow, this is amazing, and I was so sad when I lost the contract. And then I did the Calvin Klein campaign, which was pretty awesome, with Halle Weir and Tyler LeBon. The upskirt.
Was it still when the Raf was there?
That I don't know. To be honest, I don't know, because I was still like very like unaware of like who I was working with in the fashion. I was still very much like just put a toe in the Now I completely know. Like yeah.
It's like you're gonna do a photo shoot with Naomi Campbell, and you're
yeah,
like,
exactly. I was
Campbell?
Like, yeah, I didn't know who I was working with at all. Like, I had no clue, and I had no clue at what level I was working on at that point. Like I was working with.
Yeah, which is good because to be honest, I also didn't know who I was shooting with, and then I'm like, I googled the movie, and I was like, oh my god, I saw that movie such a long time ago, and I started googling, and you're super interesting.
Thank you.
You have a super interesting personality.
Thank you, but like that is nice, because then we meet each other human to human, and not like some kind of like character that I played in your life, because like I have people coming up to me that saw the movie Love and see me as this character that are not real, like, oh my god, you saved my relationship. I play like a role in that life, which is like, it's so weird actually. It's so weird. Yeah. But actually now, which is great, because like in the beginning, I was all pure. I didn't know who anybody was. But at the same time, it also was challenging for me, because I was not in control like that. Now I'm like, I know exactly how the industry works, like in and out almost. And I know like who people are, and what is good for your career, what is less good, where do you find the money, and I'm very aware of everything, but I'm also calm. I'm not like, of course I can be starstruck on somebody, but I know it's just like a feeling, and I'm trying to calm myself down and be like, yeah, it's just a human too. So it's nice to be to have this like, oh, I can talk human to human with this person, but also knowing who the person are and how powerful the person is, Makes sense? Or,
yeah
I don't know.
Yeah, I totally understand. Like, you've been on both sides, as you said, like from one moment when you were like super broke, had nothing to wear, probably 1 week later you could wear anything from a high fashion brand.
Yeah, I remember they asked me if I wanted diamonds from Cartier, and I was like, no, I can't. It was too much for me. I was like, why? Like, it was just too much to wear this kind of jewels.
You refused Cartier?
Yeah,
really?
I don't hold me up if it was Cartier or Tiffany's or something, but they asked me in Cannes if I wanted to wear diamonds, and I was like, it's too much. I can't.
That would destroy your career as an artist.
I don't know, but it was just like.
No, I'm just kidding.
But I also remember when I flew first class the first time, I was like, what am I doing here? Like, I was like, it was too much for me. And when I got bodyguards, I had like 2 bodyguards. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is so weird.
What did your family think about your...
Oh, they're very unimpressed, to be honest. Like, they don't give a F.
Which is nice, because you still have like a real people next to yourself. I was wondering, what are your next plans? I imagine you want to focus mostly on your career as a singer, probably.
Yes, correctly, because I found out it's my great passion.
Well, you found out quite early.
I know, but I was not aware until I moved to Paris 3.5 years ago that this is because as I said in the beginning, like I was doing this movie. Maybe I didn't say it, but like when I did the movie, I thought like, oh, so I'm an actress now, because everybody else was saying that to me. But then I found
Uh-huh.
out that I'm not that passionate about acting, that I was passionate more about like the artistic direction and the art message that it was sending. So finally I
Uh-huh.
found out that it's like music that even if it was so obvious for everybody else, and my dad always said to me like, oh, Klara, you need to be a jazz singer. I don't know, somehow it just took me so long to acknowledge that this is just what I can't do anything else. Like, I'm here to do this, and this is what, yeah. So yeah, life, takes time sometimes. So obvious for,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so the first time it was out, and now I'm working on the next one with the same musicians, but I'm composing. I have composed most of the songs, and some of the songs I have composed with my musicians, and it's gonna be like my art direction. It's under my label. It's me who gonna distribute it. So yeah, it's like my baby project.
So you have a balance, like your commercial part of life is your modeling career, and then you have artistic side of your life, and that is creating
Yeah,
music.
I've worked very hard to get here, so it feels great.
So you sound you're happy with where you
Yeah,
are right
I'm
now.
very happy. I'm mostly proud of myself because like I've been working so hard, so hard. Like people have this like misconception of like models being on a beach all the time in a bikini.
Mm,
And it's just
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. And
yeah, parties, like,
parties.
and it's just not at all like that. It's tough work. You must know, like, he's just so demanding, and like you need to perform and be there like all the time.
Also, I was wondering, do you feel like there's still a lot of pressure on your body?
Me, I don't feel that because I naturally we're very skinny in my family, and
Uh-huh.
I'm very lucky that I fit the measurements. Actually, I found out I fit perfectly when I don't do sport, because when I do sport, my ass grows. Yeah,
You
I
get
get
the
muscles,
muscles.
and
Yeah.
my ass grows a size, which is like making it more difficult for me to fit. So I just found out if I just like chill, you know, be me, then I have like the measurements,
Yeah.
and I don't know, but yeah, it's just very lucky because I know for some girls it's very, very difficult.
And also, do you feel like the whole industry changed a lot since you
Yeah, a
started?
lot.
Or what is your
Yeah, a
impression?
lot. Like with Instagram, it completely changed because I just came in when Instagram kind of like started. It was before the Hadiths, when I came in. I
Hmm.
mean, maybe not before, but it was just the beginning of that. So I saw like, yeah, like then there came this whole like Instagram wave of like famous kids, like kids of famous people, the reality stars, like all this like
Yeah,
became
yeah,
a
yeah.
thing, and it's still a thing now. It seems like we're going more into like a cast where people want like diversity and different body shapes, like they want to see the character of the model, you know all this. I feel like this is where we're going, which is like a great thing.
My last question would be probably because we started before we started the podcast. You told me you had a crazy day.
Oh yeah.
You're super tired. So, what was your day like? What did you
Well,
do?
today it was quite exciting actually. I had to show, I how to say that, how to explain that. It was like a Nicolase Ghesquièra had to show the cruise collection um, Anna Wintour, and
Uh huh.
I don't know how to say his name. Edwin Edinful.
Meaningful,
Meaningful,
yeah.
yeah. It was like a private presentation, so it was
Uh huh.
quite amazing because like for me Anna Wintour is like the queen somehow, like she's like exotic for me. Like I only saw her on
Yeah.
photos, and so I was quite starstruck, I would say, to to see her. But yeah.
And you were one of the models.
Yeah, I was one of the models, like showing the clothes.
Okay, Klara, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for this lovely talk.
It was super nice to talk to you.
Likewise.
And I wish you all the best. I wish you lots of luck and inspiration.
Thank you. You too.
In whatever project you start to work at.
Thank you.
And especially a lot of luck with your new album. When is it coming out?
Sorry, it's so kind what you say, but I read a really interesting article in the Times that luck only exists when you're going out of your comfort zone.
Of course, yeah. I mean, because also a lot of interesting things happen.
Yeah, because luck is a feeling. It's not like something, magic. Luck is it's only existing when you feel it, no?
Okay, so in that case, I wish you that you get out of your comfort zone many times in the next upcoming days or months. When is your album supposed to be out?
It's supposed to be out in March 2022, and it's called Mars Honeymoon, like a honeymoon to Mars.
Okay, super nice. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for being on the cover once again. And I hope to talk to you next time.
Likewise.
Soon, hopefully.
And I wish you all the best too. And may all your dreams come true. Thank you.
Yours too.
Thank you.
Thanks, Klara.
Bye.
Bye.